Nearby was an apple orchard. Like most early American families, the Chapmans picked their apples in the fall, and they stored them in the cellar for winter, for eating. And they used them to make apple cider and applesauce and apple butter and all kinds of apple things. Apple pie is my favorite. John loved to watch the spring blossoms slowly turn into glowing fruit in the autumn. So there he is, picking an apple from the apple tree. Kind of looks like the tree I showed you. Watching the apples grow inspired in John a love of all of nature. What is nature? Ask your dad or your mom. He often escaped from his boisterous household to tranquil woods. The animals sensed that he was gentle and they trusted him. Wow, that's pretty cool, giving that little deer and there he is chopping down a tree. Let's see what the next page says. As soon as John was old enough to leave home, he set out to explore the vast wilderness in the west. When he reached the Allegheny Mountains, he cleared a plot of land and planted a small orchard with a pouch of an apple with seeds that he had carried with him. So let's see if we can see a picture of the pouch. So it's a bag, a little balsa, okay? That's what a pouch is. Maybe you have a pouch, I don't know. John walked hundreds of miles through the Pennsylvania forest, living like the Indians he befriended on the trail. As he traveled, he cleared the land for many more people and to put orchards, apple orchards up. He was sure the pioneer families would be arriving before long, and he looked forward to supplying them with apple trees. When a storm struck, he found shelter in a hollow log or built a lean-to. On dear nights, he stretched out right under the stars and fell asleep. Have you ever done that? Slept right outside without any roof over your head? What's this? Oh, I can't wait to read this page. Okay, let's see what Grandma's got here. Over the next few years, John continued to visit and care for the new orchards. The winters slowed him down, but he survived happily on a diet of butternuts. So he ate some kind of nuts. I don't know what a butternut is, but that's what he ate to stay healthy. And it was cold. Guatemala doesn't have this kind of snow, does it? Look at his hat. Let's see what they're going to say about him. One spring, he met a band of men who boasted that they could lick their weight in wildcats. They were amazed to hear that John wouldn't hurt an animal, and he didn't want to use a gun. I like him. I don't like guns either. Let's see what this page is going to tell us about. Okay, let's see. They challenged John to compete all the wrestling and their favorite frontier sport, and he suggested a more practical contest. He said, let's chop down trees. And so everybody said, yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, I wonder what he was thinking about that. Look at When the sawdust settled, there was no question about who came up on the top. Look at it, it's that guy with a pan on his head. Did you ever wear a pan on your head? Maybe I should try that. Oh, I see the eagle. Oh, I like that picture. It's pretty. During the next few years, John continued to move westward. When he ran out of apple seeds, he hiked to the older presses to get some more. Before long, John's plantings were spread all across the state of Ohio. So he's going across the United States. That's where I live, in the United States. That's where you were born, in the United States. But look at how they traveled. No cars back then. That was a long time ago. That's even before Grandma was born. That's a long time ago. Let's see what they're going to say. Meanwhile, pioneer families were arriving in search of home sites and farmlands. John located his orchards on the routes he thought they might be traveling. As he had hoped, the settlers were happy to see those young trees, and they bought some. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Buy those apple trees because they will feed you and make they taste good. Look at all the trees that he has. You see all these little trees?